John Raspanti for MaxBoxing.com and Seconds Out. I'm in San Francisco. What you're seeing is, well, the former location of the Mechanics Pavilion, which was a real awesome boxing site over 100 years ago. Names like John L. Sullivan, James J. Corbett, James Jeffries, Bob Fitzsimmons, all fought there. And here we have LaRon Mitchell, who's a San Francisco fighter, heavyweight, who is 12-0 with 12 knockouts, right, LaRon?
Yes, sir.
And you fought last week, and you scored a first-round knockout over King Kong. Well, not really King Kong, but Raymond, what was his name?
Oh
Chang, right? And
yeah.
and he had some power coming into this fight, right? So there you had to be very aware of that. And so you got him with a, you said it was a right, he ran into a punch, right? Explain to me exactly what happened with it. It's your 12th straight knockout in 12 fights.
Yes.
So how did it happen?
We were mixing it up, and I threw a left, and he slipped, and in the spin out, as I spun out and turned the hook, as he spun to throw his right hand, and mine landed first. That's the name of the game, is try to bomb first. So hit not be hit. So luckily for me, it landed first.
And he went down, didn't get up.
No, he got up.
He got up, okay.
I didn't think he was getting up.
Mm-hmm.
He got up, showed a lot of heart, and the next exchange, I got him with another counter hook. Pretty much the same situation. I was backing up on my back foot and caught him with a counter hook. He went down, he didn't get up after that, so.
Was that punch instinctive, or did you see the opening? Did you see it where you could do it? I mean, if he's here, there's my hand right there, and you just instinctively came over with the punch, or what?
No, we trained it.
Okay.
We watched a little footage on the guy and noticed that my right hook would work pretty well against him, especially when he throws his right hand. So made sure I kept my hands up, because he did. He was a really good, really strong guy. He was really game. I'm yet to see a fight that he's been in where he gave up or he didn't come to win. So I was able to stay focused, and he made it ugly. He did everything he could to make it ugly, and he was really trying to win. So luckily for me, I stuck to the game plan, and my plan executed better than his.
Well, you're such a modest guy. I got to ask you this question. Now, when you got into this game as a pro, you started, you get now 12 straight knockouts. Not everybody does that. Are you a little surprised that you got 12 consecutive knockouts? That's pretty impressive.
Honestly, I don't think about that, because I originally got into the game to have one fight, and one fight turned into two, turned into five, and I'm still going. So I'm just enjoying the fact that I'm healthy enough to still do this, and I'm one of the guys that's fortunate enough to have an opportunity to still be in the game and impact others. So as long as the kids are enjoying it, and I'm healthy, and I'm able to be here for my family and take care of my family while I box, I'm gonna stay in it and enjoy it,
So you got in to just get one fight, you just wanted to have one pro fight and say you had one pro fight? Was that basically, because you did very well as an amateur, as we've discussed in the past, 35 years old.
Yeah.
So you just did the one fight, and then you scored a knockout, obviously. And so it's like, oh, well, we're going to try this again, and then it just keeps going, huh?
Yeah. It was the Thompson show that I actually had my pro debut on was a really nice show. It was a private show, similar to my last fight. So, and it was at the exact same place that I had my last fight. And it was, I enjoyed the atmosphere. It wasn't what I thought it was. The training, because it was only a 4-round fight, my trainer had me in the amateurs training, for 6-round shape anyway. So I was like, oh, I'm still in shape. I don't have to really dedicate myself much more. I can continue doing what I'm doing, continue adding bricks to my building and getting myself better. And that was what I did. And it turned into 2 fights. They were like, hey, you want to go fight in North Dakota? And I was like, hey, I've never been to North Dakota, and I don't plan on playing.
Travelogue.
So let's go. Yeah, so I'm just enjoying it. I'm able to make an impact on the kids at the gym, and it's a beautiful scene when I walk in and see them smiling. Hey, LaRon, what's going on? How you doing? And to them, I'm like Floyd Mayweather, and I love it because I get the chance to pass on to them that boxing may not be your vex or your way out, but you can do something else, and just dedicate yourself. I didn't start boxing until 30, so then it may help a kid later on, so it's good.
Yeah, you just mentioned something I'm curious about. You started when you were 30. Now, how did you get into it at 30 You've had a full-time job. You're a teacher, as we all know, in Oakland, right?
Yes.
Now, 30 years old, you started to box. Why at 30?
I needed something to do. When I'm done boxing, I'll probably do something else. Yoga, weightlifting, track, Gaelic football. I was actually looking at for a little while. There's no telling what I'm gonna do. I needed something to do. I was involved in MMA. I was undefeated in mixed martial arts.
Okay.
And I like that. But boxing, I'm a boxing guy. I was born in the 80s. So boxing to me just made more sense. If I had a choice, which I did, I went with boxing, and it just, everything, you know, I'm here now.
Now, I might have asked you this before, but you said you're an 80s guy.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite in the 80s that you never missed?
Nah, but my first fight I saw was Sweepy Whitaker and Roger Mayweather.
Okay,
That
real
was the first
boxers
fight.
there,
I remember when his shorts broke, and I remember Sweepy pulling his shorts down.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
And so that was how I got into. I was like, oh man, I like this guy. Who is this guy? You know, Sweepy was real charismatic, and he's one of my favorite fighters.
Southpaw like you?
Yes. I think I like all southpaws.
You like all the southpaws?
Yeah, all the southpaws. But my three favorites, Hagler, Sweepy Whitaker, and Chris Rapid Fire Bird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
More boxer punchers than, in a sense, right? I mean, Sweepy obviously a boxer, but Chris Bird was a big puncher. Yeah, so that's interesting. And you got 12 straight knockouts.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about knockouts, because you know that's always been kind of a mystery. Where does that power come from?
With heavyweights, everybody has their power.
You think so? I mean, because some of the heavyweights, you think of Jimmy Young going back in history. He was a boxer. He didn't knock out many guys, but he beat George Foreman, right?
Yeah, but I mean, how many people knocked out George? You know,
well, only Muhammad Ali. Yeah.
So. I mean, all heavyweights can punch. I mean, I've been hit with a guy that was a pro debut like me, and it hurt. You know, so the knockouts, we're heavyweights. We sell the beer.
You do?
Yeah. Nobody wants to see a heavyweight that doesn't get knockouts. I don't mind how I win. I don't mind winning the next 50 fights or all of my fights by unanimous decision. I don't mind winning them all by split decision as long as I win. If I get the knockout, that's icing on the cake, but this is boxing, and that's what our job is. When you execute what you're supposed to, it should end by knockout, especially at the heavyweight division. We shouldn't be going 12 and 15 rounds.
Yeah, so you're not looking for a knockout, but it's just like I said, it's an instinctive. If you see an opening, you go for it, and and you hope that's it. Shorter the better, right? You told me you don't care if it goes 5 seconds or whatever. If it's over, it's over.
Yeah, we don't get paid for overtime.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. You just get the win.
Yeah, when he's open, I'm gonna try to drop that bomb, because if I don't knock him out or try to, he's trying to knock me out, and I'm not gonna go to a fight with a disadvantage.
Is that left hand your favorite punch to throw? Is it because you're southpaw?
Don't tell everybody. Nah, if I was in trouble, know that left hand is coming.
Okay, okay. It's just curious. That's your Mary Jane right there, your baby right there, for that left hand. Okay, so is that something that you don't really think about, or is it like, okay, I can see that I'm setting him up for that left hand? Is that?
Knock on wood, but fortunately enough, lately, even though the opponents and the quality of opponents have been getting better, I'm able to think a lot more in the ring. I think it has to do with me being in the ring with guys like Deontay Wilder, with my buddy Malik Scott, Gerald Washington, Dominic Brazil, and all the guys I've been sparring with lately, so as well as like Xavier Bigney and Rodney Hernandez. I'm able to think and set traps. My team does a really good job of helping me. Jimmy, Andy, Clyde, Saison, they do a really good job of teaching me, and we drill traps. So it's almost like second nature. I'm not necessarily thinking I'm gonna do this and counter with the left hand, but I do notice that the left hand is available. So I do different things, to set him up, to set the left hand up. So and we drill that, we train it. My guys are always on me, so, and then the guys I spar with, they aren't easy guys to hit, so, and they punch back.
I see. Okay, you've been pretty much fighting every month. Do you have another fight scheduled here?
April 22nd.
April 22nd.
Doubletree Hotel in Ontario.
Oh, back in your favorite venue over there.
That's home.
That's LaRon's home.
Yeah, right? I love the people down there too in Ontario. Really, really nice people. It's a good experience every time I fought there. No matter what's happened, they respect all the fighters. It's weird. Like even the guys that come and the fights aren't as exciting, I guess, as some fights maybe they aren't fight of the nights, things like that. It's rare that they boo guys. And no matter what happens, when you come out, win, lose, or draw, they show all the fighters a lot of love, which is really good.
Yeah.
Respect doesn't go very far in this sport when it comes to fans. The fans in Ontario are true fight fans. They really love and admire the fighters, and that's a good thing.
That's nice. That's nice. So you said that's April 22nd?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and do you have an opponent yet?
We are looking at 3 guys.
3 guys,
One
okay.
of them actually is fighting today on a Sunday. It's weird.
Yeah.
I know. So we thought he was going to fight last night. Andy called him this morning. If he wins, which he's got a really good record, he should win. I think he's 17-8 or 16,
Okay.
something like that.
Okay.
16-7. I'm sorry.
Okay.
He should fight. He should win 17-7. That'd be a good fight for me. There are 2 other guys. One guy is 10-2, and the other guy, I forget his record. But
I see.
yeah, so be good fights. The guy that's 10-2 has never been stopped. So
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's, I hope everyone heard that. It's April 22nd. LaRon Mitchell will be going for lucky win number 13, and he doesn't care if you get a knockout, right? Just get the win.
I would rather be 13-0 with no knockouts than 0-13.
Well, you got that O. You got that O in the right place, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's LaRon at Doubletree in Ontario. Definitely get a following here, because when you came out, when I was there in February, a lot of people were cheering for you.
Yeah.
So we'll say good luck to you, LaRon, going for lucky 13. We're going to follow up and keep an eye on you. So this is John Raspanti with MaxBoxing.com and Seconds Out. That is LaRon Mitchell, 12-0 with 12 KOs, going for number 13, April 22nd. We'll see you after the fight, LaRon.
All right.